Hi everybody, I'm 8 days post-op, so I figured I'd make a video just to describe my experience since I couldn't really find anybody sharing their experience about carpal tunnel surgery. I know it's like very basic and easy and really, a simple procedure. So I just think people just don't think they should share it because it's simple. So I just figured that I would share my experience. So my surgery was at 8:35 in the morning. I had to be at the hospital at 6:30. We got there right at 6:30. Checked in, and then Ryan went to the bathroom, and I sat down, and they gave us a little pager like you get in the restaurant, and when you get called, the nurse will come out for you. So right away I got called back, which is great because I hate waiting, especially when I have anxiety issues in the first place. Hi, buddy. He's got cookie face. Do you want to say hi? Are you going to do your ABCs for them? Okay, now you're just not making sense. Why don't you go back by Evie? So they took us back right away to like the prep area. Yeah. You want to sit in my lap? Okay. They took us back to the prep area where they had me change into one of the gowns. It's actually called a bear hug gown, and it hooks up so it's like keeps you nice and warm, blows warm air through. Love it. Wish I could have it all the time. Remember, it was really cold in there. And then they asked me like a bunch of health questions and all the simple prepping stuff. Make sure I'm the right person. I swear I got quizzed a million times about my name, how to spell it, and when my birthday was. After that, they gave me some Tylenol. They gave me a pain medication, which I don't remember exactly what that is. And they put an IV. They put an IV right here in my arm. It was kind of awkward feeling. It didn't feel right. The medicine and the saline burned like really bad. I didn't think something was right with it. The nurse wasn't too positive about how she put it in, so they just rolled with it though. And then they called transport to take me to the other side of the hospital to another like holding room. And in that holding room is where I met my surgeon and my nurse and the anesthesiologist and the anesthesiologist nurse. It's pretty much just like a holding room till you go to the ER. So then they took me into the room. They did give me some relaxing medication. Obviously, they probably could tell that I was nervous. And I actually moved myself onto the exam table, and then they had me sit like this. Can't see very well. And they kind of propped my arm up with the IV because they could tell that it wasn't working right. And then the doctor came in. He asked me what kind of music I liked. I kind of said that I didn't care. I'll listen to anything. So he put on the 60s and the 70s. You can't see him, but here's his little head. He wants the attention, too. So he put on some music, and he kind of talked to me a little bit. And then I could hear them talking about other things. They talked about their kids and, stuff that people do when they're at work. And then they rotated the table, and they took my one arm, and they started prepping the area. And they washed my whole arm. It was nice and warm. Actually felt kind of good. And then the anesthesiologist was talking to me and asking me questions, and that's when they realized that my IV wasn't working properly. And then I remember them putting like a tent up over, like sideways across my face. And as they turned around and they did another IV in my hand this time. And I was kind of feeling drowsy, but not completely like knocked out. But it was just like, I'm feeling kind of woozy. And she's like, that's okay. You're still getting some of the medicine. But once she got that IV in, I was out. The next thing I remember is the doctor saying, okay, Miss Lenz, you're done. Which was kind of creepy. And then I lifted my arm, and I had like a cast on my arm. I also remember, like, it's like a twilight sleep, so you're not like out, you're just like heavily sedated. I remember just hearing music. That's it. That's all I remember, just music. And then afterwards, I just remember when I was coming to, I was kind of confused where I was. I wasn't sure what's going on. And, you know, my first thought was like, hey, if you want to sleep, sleep. Because I'm like, I don't get a lot of sleep, so I figured I might as well just do it. So the whole time I knew where we were going. We were being transported back to my original holding room, where I would sit until I was ready to go home. And I remember getting back there and the nurse asking me how I was feeling, and what was going on, and I just remember being like super hungry and asking for Ryan. She went and she got me a sandwich, and she got me some cookies and some cranberry juice. And then I remember having to go to the bathroom and that being a little difficult because I had a cast on one arm and IVs all over the other arm. But I went, you know, that was not like my ovarian cyst surgery where I had so much trouble from the anesthesia to go to the bathroom. We were there all day long. I wanted out. I felt great. I'm like, I'm out of here. You know, she ended up giving me some pain medication before I left. We went to Target to get the rest of my pain medication. And I just remember in the middle of Target just not feeling good. I was like, this is not cool. I'm like, we got to go home. So we came back and relieved Heather, which thank you so much for watching the kids. I appreciate it so much. And we all ended up taking like a 5-hour nap. And I remember waking up from that nap in lots of pain. So I went to go get my pain medication and realized I couldn't open the bottle. When you take the bottle, you push and you twist. Yeah, that doesn't work when you have one hand. I had to wake up Ryan to open the bottle for me. Some other things that I thought of that I didn't think of beforehand with one wrist is I can't put my hair in a ponytail with one hand. I must teach Ryan how to do that before my next surgery. Let's see. Other things like when I do my right hand, like this one time was pretty easy, I think, because I could use my right hand and that's my dominant hand. But next time, I don't think things are going to be so easy because, like, I barely use my left hand for things, but I use my right hand for everything. So we'll see how that goes. So got home Wednesday, we ended up getting our washer and dryer finally. I was excited for that. Didn't end up doing any laundry because I just felt gross. And I'm pretty sure it was from all the pain medication. Sorry, I just keep checking on the kids, making sure Will isn't causing any trouble. Just the pain medication. So I stopped taking the pain medication, I think, Wednesday night. And then Thursday, I went to see the hand center therapist. She took the cast off and looked at my hand, how the stitches were. She taught me how to wrap it for now. Like there's a piece of gauze here in my hand. I'll show you guys. Look, there's 4 stitches. It's looking pretty nice. It doesn't hurt. It hurts a little bit when I touch it, but it feels great right now. So this is how I have to do until the 30th, and then I get these stitches out. So we'll see how things go after that. And look, he's causing trouble already. Hey, Will, can you go back by Abby, please? I know this was going to be difficult, but I really wanted to share my story. So, yeah, it feels good. Like, waking up and having one hand numb versus 2 is, like, weird. I have to retrain my fingers at work because maybe they were heavier. I don't know. It's strange, but it feels awesome. Like, I'm still having trouble gripping things, and I'm turning. I actually did the key when I got home. I'm probably doing a little bit more than I should, but I have a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old, so it's kind of impossible to do nothing. But my husband's been a big help. He's been doing the dishes and cap pans, and I actually went to Walmart today and I got these long rubber gloves so I could help with the kids in their bath because they really need one. But other than that, I'm excited. I can't wait to do my next one. I'm thinking maybe late November, early December for that, before the holidays, maybe after Thanksgiving, so I can at least, get Christmas decorations up. Another thing that came up this week too is that I got a phone call from the gum specialist. My insurance is going to cover that whole surgery, so kind of think I better get that done because it's covered. So I sent them an email today to ask them some questions about time off, like how long the surgery is, how long the recovery time is, like just the basic questions, just so I know what to expect. And you know, if it's a simple thing, I'll take off a Friday, you know, or take a half day on Friday, go there, get it done, come home and recuperate over the weekend. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to wait, but the fact that my insurance isn't going to cover it, I think I probably should get it done. So that's the other thing that I'm, you know, thinking about. And I'm kind of like lacking a little bit of motivation right now. Maybe it's because my arm is sore. I don't know. I am back on track. I'm eating good. Just the working out part kind of not so good at, but I'm drinking water, which is good. Other than that, there's not much else going on. William started his swim lessons yesterday. I was a little disappointed that me and Evie couldn't join because I obviously can't go in the pool because of stitches. But in a couple weeks I will be able to join them, which will be nice. He was a little timid, kind of scared to do things, just held on to Daddy, but you know, that's to be expected when you first go in water. So I can bet that by the end of this session, he'll be like crazy about the water, but he loved it. But other than that, oh, we also bought him a bed. I can't wait for it to be here. So we're giving him a little bit more responsibility, which he's being naughty right now. He loves to play with the blinds, and he knows I hate it. So it's because I'm not paying attention to him, and I'm making a video. So on that note, I will check in with you guys next week. Hopefully I can get my brain back on this whole get yourself healthy and better and create a better environment for the family. It's just something I need to do. I'm in a funk. You know, you get that way. You get funks. And it's okay to be in a funk. I don't think it's wrong to be in a funk because you can't always be like, you know. So it just is what it is. I think it's just because I, you know, had surgery and a little bit of pain and I'm tired and, you know, a combination of things. So that's about it. So I hope if you're planning on having carpal tunnel surgery, this helped a little bit. I loved it. I'm glad I did it. I don't regret it right now. So hopefully it stays that way. So, all right. Have a good week.